This is Tin Caps Baseball on 1380 The Fan and 100.9 FM.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tin Caps on Deck, the Tin Caps pregame show, brought to you as always by Hoopy Insurance Services. Today we're going to continue taking some time out to recognize some of the many people really behind the scenes that help to make Tin Caps Baseball as comfortable and as enjoyable as possible. And we're going to steer our way toward the team itself today because we're going to talk to the former bat boy and longtime clubhouse manager Sam Lewis, or Swirly as he is known to just about everybody else. And first and foremost, once again, we thank you for giving us a little bit of time. How has this 2026 season been going along, and how has it differed from previous seasons?
First off, thanks as always for having me, Mike. It's always a pleasure. This year, for sure, it's a little different with obviously the new manager, older team for sure this year, which is more enjoyable from my side. Just better group of college guys in the clubhouse, so it's cleaner, it's a little more respectful. Good, tight-knit group of guys. And then also the baby boy at home. I got a 1.5-year-old at home, so time management skills have been really coming into play this year with managing my time from home and the ballpark. But I've been bringing him with me, and it's been a blast.
For the benefit of some of our listeners who may have not heard one of our chats in years past, what are the basic duties of a clubhouse manager? And then we'll get a little more specific in terms of maybe some special wants or needs that are requested of you.
Okay, I definitely shouldn't say this because it's kind of embarrassing, but team mom is really the best way to describe it in general. So I do all the laundry, so handling of all the uniforms after the game, washing, drying, hanging everything up, folding their towels. I feed the players, clean up after them, sadly, for the guys that do not do that. Make sure all the fridges are stocked, milk, waters, pops, you name it, juices. Assisting with team travel, so loading the bus on Tuesday mornings and then unloading the bus wherever we may go. For example, this week we're traveling to West Michigan on Monday with the Tuesday day game, so Monday night we'll do a bus unload and clubhouse stock Monday night in Grand Rapids. And really just to lay it out, I make sure everything's smooth for them to just focus on baseball.
We mentioned early on, many seasons ago, you got your introduction to the then Fort Wayne baseball in the minor leagues as a bat boy. What was that experience like?
Yeah, so glad you asked. I started as a bat boy in 2012. Clubhouse manager at the time, AJ Bridges, graduate of Concordia High School, hired me when I was 14 years old, and it was the best summer job a kid could ask for. It was also one of the only jobs you could work when you were 14. So I would show up, 7:05 game, I'd show up 4 o'clock, fold some towels, stock some water coolers on the bench. And then obviously, as you see from the stands, Bat Boy does what it sounds like. I pick up the bats and run the baseballs to the umpires when we're running low and run after foul balls. And did that for 3 years. And luckily, they kept inviting me back and slowly kept climbing the ladder to assistant. And then I took over the visiting clubhouse in 2016, and then here we are.
Let's go back to year one, game one as a bat boy. What do you remember about that? What were the thoughts and how was the mindset when you're actually going to do it for the first time?
Yeah, I'll actually never forget that. And I'm very fortunate. My mom is what's the term, in a nice way, a super mom. She's a big fan of me, so she made sure to have front row seats to the game, which was quite embarrassing day one, but now I'm very thankful because I look back. I've probably a dozen photos from my first game, so it's fun to look back. And I was very tiny, Mike. I'm sure you remember. I was just a little scrawny, little, probably 4 foot something tall kid running out there. But the nerves were definitely coming in because I've obviously came to Tin Cap games growing up, Wizards games even. So finally putting on the uni myself and suiting up and going to the dugout, it was nerve-wracking, but very exciting, very exciting.
I can empathize with you. When I was a freshman in high school, a long time ago, I was 4'3" tall, and trying to weigh 90 pounds.
Yeah.
So the word scrawny comes to my mind,
Yeah.
or small. What has been the difference in Clubhouse managing today from when you first started?
That's also a really good question. So roster size is one. We used to have only 26 players on a roster. Now we have 32. So it's a small difference. The food especially is the biggest thing, considering I'm the one that does the food and I help coordinate ordering and setting it all up. Back in the day, my first couple years as a head guy, guys were lucky if they got hot dogs after the game. For like, if we came in from the game, win or loss, and there's hot dogs in the clubhouse, guys were ecstatic. Now it's steaks and broccoli, garlic mashed potatoes, and my guys used to complain if they couldn't take home 3 hot dogs. Now they complain if their steak is done too well or whatnot. So the food especially, that's the biggest thing I've noticed. And that's a good question. That's the biggest thing, is definitely the food. And then, I don't want to get myself in trouble here, but the length of activities going on at the ballpark for the team. Now it's really like all day. We practice in the morning, get our extra work in the afternoon, and then it's game time at 7:05.
You mentioned, obviously, you're recently married. You're a dad. Rumor on the street is that you're going to be a dad again sometime soon. So how do you balance the job and family?
The biggest reason is my wife, Annabelle. She's obviously a super mom to our kids, so that helps me leaving for work and being at work knowing somebody at home is holding down the fort. And really, I'm willing to stay as late as I possibly can to make sure everything is dialed in and ready to go in the morning. That way, if we do have an early schedule, I'm more relaxed and know I don't have to rush to work. Luckily, this year also, Johnny Matthews, our skipper, is phenomenal family man. So he works with me and all the staff on the schedule. And earlier mornings, I will say. Back in the day, I used to sleep in because I was here so late.
Yes.
Now my baby boy wakes me up at 7:30 in the morning, and I'll get home at 2 a.m. some nights, so that 7:30 natural alarm clock will come quick. But I'm thankful it does, because it gives me time at home, hang out with them, have breakfast, even lunch, and then head to the field.
I'm going to be biased on this. I think it's an understatement. The job you have done since you've been here has been phenomenal. You've also worked very well with Hunter Sosenheimer the last 5 years. I'll ask you, in finishing off, the same question I asked Hunter recently. If there's someone listening that loves the game of baseball and wants to get involved perhaps in the same field that you're in, what's the best piece of advice you can give them?
It's never too late. If this is something you want to do and you're interested in doing, it's never too late. The door's always open somewhere, whether it may be Fort Wayne or Indianapolis or Indy Bowl, college, D3, you name it. The jobs are there. You just got to find them and just get your foot in the door and enjoy it. Enjoy the grind. Enjoy the long hours. You gotta love everything you do about it, because it's easy to look at the negatives and the long hours and the long days, but you just got to love everything and just start.
It's always fun to chat with you. Congratulations on a job well done many times over. Enjoy fatherhood. As a father myself, I can tell you, there'll be some good days, there'll be some not good days, but enjoy that and continue to have fun here, especially in this facility with the Tin Caps.
Thank you so much, Mike.
That's Sam Lewis, otherwise known as Swirly, the clubhouse manager for the Fort Wayne Tin Caps. We're back with more in a moment on the Tin Caps Radio Network.
Podcasts by Federated Media.